Never mind. Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna show you a sample program with while statements and an if statement.
Is it microphone on?
Yeah, microphone. It's on.
Okay, cool.
We're good. So I'm gonna show you a program with while statements that include if statements. Um, what I'm doing here is I'm just gonna uh, ask the user to enter in a number, and it has to be within a certain amount of has to be within a range. Um, so I need to set that. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna set this number to 0, so that we always go into the loop for the first time. So I'm just going to ask for a number, and if they enter in the right number, I exit the loop and I go into the next loop, which I take that number and multiply it by 2.
Use the mouse to hover it.
So this is where I multiply by 2 in here, and so I'm going to take whatever number they entered, and while that number is less than 100, I'm going to keep looping it, or keep multiplying it by 2. There's also another condition inside of the second while statement that if that number happens to be divisible by 5 and doesn't have a remainder, I'm going to print out this line right here that says this number is divisible by 5, and then continue with the loop. Puga will explain this line right here that says continue.
Okay. Did we no, I know what it is. I was just. Did you explain how come the while loop executes at least once?
Yeah, because of that.
Yeah, 0 is between. No.
No, it's outside the range.
Yeah.
So that makes that true.
Oh, that's true. Oh, that's right. One second. Oh, brain lapse. Never mind. Let me hover.
It's late.
Yeah,
sorta.
It's sort of late.
It's so late. It's way past Puga's bedtime. It's like 8:30 at night. Yeah.
Kevin, I don't sleep. I work. Okay, so let me go ahead and go over what this is right here. We can include if statements instead of while statements, and we can include while statements instead of while statements, and while statements instead of if statements and instead of else ifs. You can basically combine them as you want, and they'll still do the same thing. So this if statement right here says that if the number modulo 5 is equal to 0, notice how there's 2 equals, that means equality, not assignment, then this code runs, because this statement is true. This modulo operator divides this number by 5. And then what comes out of this operation is the remainder. If this number is divisible by 5, the remainder is 0. 0 is equal to 0, then this runs. So the reason why we had to do it this way is because we want to show them when the numbers are divisible by 5. So as we're multiplying them by 2, the while loop will execute. It'll check if it is divisible by 5. If it is, we will say it is divisible by 5. We will do the operation that changes the initial condition, which is num being less than 100. We will sleep so we can see it incrementing slowly, and we will do this continue right here. Continue basically jumps out of the current scope, which means it jumps out of this little the curly braces, right? Not brackets, curly braces.
Curly braces.
Okay, jumps out of the curly braces. Boop. Skips the code. Goes back to the beginning and executes again. So it basically finishes the current iteration of the while loop and it goes back to the condition. So no matter where you are, if you put a continue and you reach it, you will skip whatever's below it and go directly back to the condition. Kind of dangerous to use if you don't know how you're using it. So make sure you understand what it's doing.
Yep.
So if we find any values while we're multiplying the number that you gave us by 2 to be divisible by 5, it'll have this little tag on it. Otherwise, it will not. It will just output the number. What the crap are you doing, sir?
It's too many spaces.
My eyes are bleeding again.
I'm saving lines code, man.
Okay. Go ahead, Kevin, and run it.
Alright, so I'm gonna run this and show you guys how it's gonna work.
/ Thank you.
Alright, so as you see, that line is right here. So we are inside of this first while statement. And so I'm going to go ahead and show you that it's not going to break out of the while statement while I'm entering wrong numbers. So if I enter in -5, it asks me to enter another one. Even though the number here says 0, I have the test as 1 right now. So if I enter in 0, it should yell at me, tell me enter another one. So I keep entering these numbers. I can enter a huge number, and it doesn't work. I can negative number.
I think we already said this, but what you see out is not what you're doing.
Yeah.
So you need to make sure that your see out statements agree with your logic, because if they don't, then you don't know what you're testing. I guess you're not testing it for reals.
Yeah. So if I go ahead and enter in a proper number like 13, go in here. So it's going to do the loop. And inside the loop, it's just multiplying 13 times 2, and then 26 times 2, and then 52 times 2, and it tests that, and it found out that that result is not within or doesn't meet our condition, so then we break out. Now I'll go ahead and run the code, and I'll do a number that is divisible by 5, so I'll put in 5, and we'll see that that if statement gets executed every time because every iteration is divisible by 5. So
how about we do one that has like, go back to the code real quick and just change that modulo to be 6. So we have a possibility of having a number. Oh my gosh, why? Yeah, I know.
yeah.
Sometimes the numpad does not work correctly in PuTTY for some reason. It makes me very upset.
Alright, so what number should we put, Puga?
I don't know, put like 6 or something.
Put 6.
Oh.
It's still divisible by 6.
but
I didn't change the C out.
Yeah.
So I'll go ahead and change that to make it. And I'll also change this too. So now it makes more sense.
Put a 9 in there. Let's see if that actually gets divisible at some point. Crap, I don't know.
Why don't I just, here, let's do...
yeah, do 9. I don't know. Do 9. Do 9. What are you doing?
Doing 12. I'm trying to think of things.
I want something. Do 9. Just do 9. Trust me.
Why don't we do that?
Oh, look. Okay.
Damn it.
Do 9. I want something with... Crap! Stupid numbers. Do like 4.
Damn it, I did that one already.
Do 4.
Do 4. Okay.
What? 30? Oh, 32 is not divisible by 6. Never mind. Crap! What is going on here? There has to be a number that makes it work. Do 7. I don't know.
We can run this all day.
This has to be some sort of curse. I'm convinced. Do it with 4. I don't know.
We did it with 4 already.
No. I meant like change the modulo to 4.
Oh.
That definitely has to have some sort of.
But yeah, that'll almost be like any even number.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Okay, come on.
Puga wants to win.
Big money.
Which money? Which money?
6.
6. Gotta do 6. Oh.
Fantastic.
Everyone.
Damn
except
it.
for the first one. It didn't do the first one.
Okay, so at least we know. Yeah, okay, so at least you can see with the first one. If we had a bigger range, I bet we'd have more.
Yeah, so what he was just
Variability.
trying to get at is like the if statement up here won't always be executed in every iteration, but the way that since we're multiplying it by 2 every time, it's hard to avoid it. So yeah, that was just a simple like little program that we did to incorporate if statements and while statements. We also threw in this continue right here for another tool that you can use in your programming, as well as some modulo. Um, you can use modulo for a lot of things, a lot of useful things, as well as continue. You just have to be very careful with the way you use continue.
And before we end the video, I would just like to say that the reason why most of our sample programs deal with math is because regardless of what task you're asked to do, you're going to have to deal with some form of number conversion to variables. Like, you're going to have to check variable values, and the representation is with numbers. So usually if you do math related programs, you can translate them to real world situations as long as you're creating your variables to represent the numbers accordingly.
Yeah. Plus, it's easier to make smaller programs.
Plus, it's easier to make smaller programs. And making real world use applications is a lot more work than we can do with our current tools that are available. But we'll deal. We'll still show you some stuff.
Yep.
Alrighty, then next video should be do whiles. We'll see you guys next time.
Alright, see you guys.